William Patterson University Television.
Welcome back to SFA Presents, where we exhibit the works of the talented filmmakers here at William Patterson University. I'm your host, Johanca Vallejo, and today we have a special award-winning guest. This person has won first place in the second annual Halloween Film Festival this year. I'd like to welcome the director of Dead Air, Rich Potenza. Rich, thank you so much for being here. How do you feel?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. So the first thing that I want to ask is, what is the backstory of Dead Air? What is the plot?
Well, it's about this radio host who's stuck with a night shift at his radio station. So it's an empty building, and he's there hosting his live show. And basically, he goes into the archive room and he finds these old cassette tapes. And on them, you have a radio host from years before talking about being in the same position. And then you kind of find out that things aren't exactly right at the radio station.
That's quite interesting. Now, would you consider this film to be like a suspense, a thriller, horror maybe?
I'd say horror. I think it definitely has elements of, thriller, suspense, but I guess that's why I kind of gravitate toward horror, is kind of get to play around with both, or all three.
Okay, I like that. Kind of mixing all three into one thing. What would you say is the suspects, like the suspense aspect of it? And what would be the thriller and what would be the horror of it?
I guess just the general idea of, an idea that, maybe you're not alone, kind of that overall theme. I think, again, kind of plays into both, where you're always thinking, well, are you alone here, or, someone else here in the station with me? That's both suspenseful and horrifying, in my opinion.
Okay, I'm gonna have to agree with that. What was the inspiration? Like, was it solely for the Halloween Film Festival, or have you always wanted to make some sort of thriller, horror type film?
I remember after we filmed it, I'd found out about the Halloween Film Festival, so I thought it would fit perfectly. But this actually came from when I was about like 11 or 12, when I was working with my brother and sister. We were just kind of playing around, making movies, and we made this one show, or this one short movie about kind of like the same idea. Obviously it wasn't as well written or rehearsed as well, but I always liked that idea of just being alone in a radio station, how creepy that felt to me.
Well, how does it feel that you finally got to make this? I mean, since 11 years
really
of age,
good.
like, you don't even know what you want, basically, right? And now, years later, you actually made this film that you thought about or practiced when you were younger.
It's been really cool. And I got a chance to work again with my brother, and some other projects I get to work with them again, which is always the best for me.
Wow,
so hopefully
I'm glad. Would you want to submit this film elsewhere, maybe other than the film festival? I mean, which you had a great turnout, right?
Thank you. I want to look for some more horror film festivals that this might be a good fit for. Have a right audience that might appreciate it, and see how it does in that sort of environment. Okay.
Have you filmed any other horror pieces?
Yes, I have.
Okay, tell us about that.
That was, well, like I said before, I feel like for some reason I gravitate toward horror movies, just because it's just really intriguing, and I feel like it pulls you in right away. So I've done a couple. So it's something I've kind of been practicing, trying to get better at, and I feel like this, Dead Air has been the best example of that.
Really? Would you, in comparison to the other film, what was called?
Oh, that one was Blood Moon.
Blood Moon. In comparison to Blood Moon, how do these two films differ, would you say?
I would say mostly, I guess, makeup and set design.
Makeup and set design, okay.
Yeah. We spent a lot of time on Blood Moon creating a werewolf, so using a real person, applying makeup, and that ate up a lot of our shooting time. So it was cool going to Dead Air and kind of scrapping that idea and saying, all right, well, let's not even show anything. Let's just focus solely on the suspense of the story itself and how we can enhance that through camera work and set design and lighting.
And it surely was a success. Well, let's take a look at the short film.
You're listening to 87.6 with me, your host, DJ Boom. It's currently 2 o'clock in the morning, so most of you listening are probably making your way back from a long weekend away, driving your passed out friends home after a house party, or maybe you just got too much on your mind and you need to take a post-midnight drive to figure some things out. Regardless of who you are or where you're going, I'll be right there with you, keeping you company. Stay tuned for more music right after this.
We're here asking people from all over what they think of lifting green tea. Let's hear what people from Texas have to say. How about China? Germany? How about people from the North Pole?
Seriously, come on.
So to save some money, we thought, hey, let's bring the amusement park to us. Go ahead. All right, step right up, young man. Ready to run?
Hello, and thanks for tuning in to 87.6, your home for rock and roll. Well, not really. I'm just bored and thought it'd be fun to start an audio log detailing life during the graveyard shift. Let's see. It is currently 2:38 a.m. on Friday the 16th, October 1976, and the station is dead as always. People have been telling me I should be scared to work the late shift. I've been hearing a lot of rumors that the station's haunted, but I haven't seen or heard anything yet. Maybe I'll run into a friendly ghost or a psychopathic killer. Either way, at least I'll have something to talk to. Hello, listeners, and welcome back to my audio log. Not much has changed since the last time, although I've been hearing some strange noises lately. Every time I leave to use the bathroom or grab a drink, I keep hearing this, I don't know. I'm sure it's nothing, but I just can't shake the feeling that someone's here with me. I think I'm gonna keep any trips outside the recording booth to a minimum. It's not that I'm scared, I just feel more comfortable in here. Anyways, I'm gonna keep this one short. I'll make another one if anything happens.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm gonna play some music for you right now, just like I promised before the break. Hope you enjoy it. And remember, even though it might feel like it, you're not alone. I'll be up with you all night, staying up late, playing some great music.
Okay, there's definitely something here. I have no idea what it is, but this time I didn't just hear it, I saw it. I'm hiding right now because I think it might have seen me. I don't know where it is, but it's inside the station. I gotta get to the phone or something. I don't think I'm gonna be able to hide here all night long with that thing looking for me. Oh, wait. I think I hear something. No. It's coming. Oh, God. Oh, no! Stop!
Well, there's a reason why that short film won first place, right? Now, other than directing, did you have any other roles in making this film?
Yes, I wrote and directed it.
You wrote and directed it.
Yep.
Did you also do the cinematography, or that was?
That was Tom Smith from
That was
IRT.
my good old friend Tom Smith. Now, can you tell us about the other people who collaborated on this?
Yeah, this is probably the most people I've ever had help me out on a shoot before. So it started as a kind of like a test shoot for the new TCs at the TSW, where we were showing them how to use the FS700, and I wrote this script just so we can basically go through a shot list, record audio, record video together, and then sync everything up in post. And I just really liked the script and thought it would be really cool, if we kept doing it. So from there, I got Tom on board. My brother helped me out, and just all my other friends basically are helping me out, which I'm so grateful for.
That's really nice of you to thank your brother and others just to do so. So suspense and thriller is a really tough genre to actually come across and affect your audience in a specific type of way, or the way that you want them to react. What do you think made this short so successful in that area?
I think kind of goes back to what I said before, where for this one I decided to focus a lot more on just sound design, camera work, and lighting, just to kind of enhance that and kind of ignore makeup and all the other things that are going to take too much time on set to do. So just focusing on those and deciding in pre-production how you can enhance it through stuff like camera movement and composition, I think helps out a lot.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about that. Now, I feel like the camera movement and also the cinematography makes such a big difference. Why exactly did you want to shoot this way, and versus like deciding to shoot in like black and white per se? You know what I mean?
Just because I feel like shooting it the way we did, where we're focusing on subtle camera movements and stuff like that, it feels more like a movie. And it's like that for a reason, so it can really pull you in. And I feel like adding too many effects or stuff like that might pull you out of that illusion.
I agree. That's a really interesting way to look at it. Now, can you tell us about the beginning dolly move? What? I feel like that was really hard to make, because like as a student, and we all think this way of making dolly movements and things like that, it gets shaky. How did you?
Actually, it was a little bit shaky when we brought it into post, and then we threw stabilizer on there. And
so it was a post-production thing?
Yeah, I guess a mix of both, yeah.
Okay, quite interesting. I really like that, the beginning move when you see it. I like that a lot. Now, do you think that there was anything hard about making this film? What was the hardest?
For me, it was kind of collaborating with everyone. Since there was so many people on set that night, it was hard for me to kind of stay focused, and let people know what they're supposed to be doing, what I needed. I'm kind of just running around trying to do everything I can, and everyone's super helpful, and they kind of can anticipate that and can help me out. But for me as a director, I got to get better at communicating with other people, and especially a team as big as that.
I mean, yeah, of course, there's always room to grow, right? Always. Now, my last question for you as a tradition. What advice do you have for other filmmakers or other student filmmakers? And
I think just shoot as much as possible. I've definitely learned something from every single shoot I've been on, and it's helped me, and it's carried over to the next one. So that's been invaluable to me, having those experiences and learning from them.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Unfortunately, that is all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much to Rich Potenza for being here with us. The Student Film Association meets every Thursday from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. in Hobart Hall in the screening room 140A. Also, you can follow us on Instagram at WPU SFA for more information on upcoming events. I am your host, Johanca Vallejo. Thanks for watching and tuning in for the next upcoming show.